there's been quite a few creepy pastas written about the Backrooms, but today I wanted to do something different. This story comes from a user who has since deleted their account. It starts like any normal found footage video would. We see some shaky camera work of someone walking around what looks like an abandoned house. The person narrating is clearly high. He walks over to a chair and picks up a box while mumbling to himself. Then he goes outside. Everything is bright and sunny, so he puts on a pair of sunglasses. But then it gets darker. That's when we start hearing scratching in the walls. And this continues for the next minute or so until they find a hole in the drywall. Then they shine the flashlight inside. All we can see is darkness. Then suddenly, this is followed by static and the sound of wind. And this goes on for another minute until the person says, "What the hell?" and runs away. The rest of the video is just the sound of heavy footsteps running through what sounds like a forest. We hear more beeping, but now it almost sounds like it's coming from below us. And the whole time the camera is moving, so it doesn't look like whoever is holding it is running on foot. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I think the camera might have fallen down a hole or something. At one point, we hear what sounds like a whisper saying, "Help me." Then, after about 2 minutes, the sound of water being poured into a bucket can be heard. They say, "Don't come in here before the screen cuts to black," but you can still hear them screaming. Now, at first glance, this seems like it could be just another fake found footage horror video. But it asks the fact that it was posted to Reddit along with several other videos and images, that makes this really creepy. You see, the original post also included these two images. One is a picture of a hole in the wall. It looks like a bunch of teeth. And the second image is of a set of tracks that were found near where the video was filmed. But that's not all. There are 4 other videos linked in the description, each one being more disturbing than the last. The first video is titled, "Scratches in the Walls 2." And it is only 30 seconds long. We just pan across what appears to be a wall with deep scratches and marks all over it. Every once in a while, you'll see a close-up of the marks, which almost look like they were made by claws. But now it's much louder and distorted. It lasts for almost a full minute and gets progressively more intense. And if you listen carefully, it almost sounds like there's something else in the background. Like, just before the 1 minute mark, you can hear what sounds like nails on a chalkboard. The fourth video is simply titled Level 4. In this video, we're looking at what appears to be a hallway lined with doors. Whoever is filming walks past a few of them before opening one and walking in. From the looks of it, it seems to be some kind of storage room filled with boxers and old electronics. Then the door behind them slowly opens on its own. Whoever is filming drops the camera and runs off. And finally, there's the 5th video, which is simply titled Found. The video starts with what looks like a hand reaching out of a vent before pulling itself out completely. Then we get a shot of the vent itself, which is surrounded by what looks like teeth. Once again, we get some more shots of the hand before it grabs onto the camera and smashes it against the wall. The camera falls to the ground and the video ends. So obviously this isn't real. Well, except for the fact that the Backrooms actually do exist. There are countless videos on YouTube of people finding these scenes. Although they aren't nearly as creepy as this guy's, and I've actually even found a couple of them myself. However, there is one thing that really bothers me about this. If you watch closely, you can tell that the camera is on a tripod. And no matter how hard I try, I imagine a scenario where someone would need to set up a tripod to film, themselves running away from whatever is making those sounds. It just doesn't make sense. That's why I think the most likely explanation is that this entire thing is staged. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't make it any less creepy because it definitely gets the job done. And kudos to whoever did make it. But the fact that it's fake does kind of ruin the ending for me. I mean, you could literally see the end of the video coming from a mile away. All you had to do was look at how close the tree was to the camera. So the fact that the camera wasn't actually falling meant that the fall was never actually dangerous. And that takes away the suspense. I am not saying that any of the other videos are fake because they very well may not be. But I am saying that this one is, take the fact that it was posted to Reddit. For example, I'm sorry, but I just don't see a normal person randomly finding a hole in their wall, deciding to put the entire ordeal on video and then posting it online. It just doesn't make sense. For example, let's go back to the beginning of the video. Or another thing, why didn't they call the police? I mean, if you saw that, you wouldn't think twice about calling the police. And I'm pretty sure that the police would be able to do a better job at investigating than a random guy with a camera. And lastly, what happened after they ran out of that room? Did they ever go back? Did they ever hear the creature again? These are important details that the story leaves out. But hey, maybe that's part of why it's so creepy. We're supposed to use our imagination to fill in the blanks. And in that case, this video definitely does a great job of that. I mean, just think about it. You probably already have an idea of what the scratching in the wall was, even though we never actually got to see it. And that's what makes it so effective. But despite all the staging, I still can't help but feel like this video is trying to tell us something. I mean, take the level 4 video, for example. Why would anyone need a secret storage room in their house? And what was the purpose of the doors? Were they trying to keep something in or something out? And why did the door open by itself? Was that just to scare whoever was filming, or was there actually something behind that door that was trying to get out? And the same goes for the hand in the vent. Why was it trying to get out? What was it doing in that vent in the first place? And what happened to the cameraman? We don't know. And the story doesn't give us enough details to form our own opinions. And maybe that is the point. Maybe it's supposed to leave us with questions and use our imagination to fill in the blanks. Because when you think about it, we do the exact same thing when we listen to a creepypasta. We use our imaginations to visualize everything that's going on. And this seems to be the author's attempt at writing a creepypasta in video form. So if we assume that this is a creepypasta, then I'd say it's done a pretty good job. I mean, it's definitely left me with questions, and it's made me think about things a lot. But if we approach this from a more realistic standpoint, then I'd say it's not that impressive. If you ask me, I think the best way to enjoy this is to pretend that it is a creepypasta. If we do that, then all of the questions that we have are answered and all of the plot holes are fixed. And that's when this truly becomes creepy. But what do you think? Is this real or fake? Let me know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.